moment that we've all been waiting for. Girls flag football season has officially kicked off. Let me start.
Welcome to Pittsburgh's South Side and inside Highmark Stadium for the 2025 Steelers Girls Flag Football Championship, presented by Giant Eagle, the Pittsburgh Post-Gazette, and Spread Group, as the Moon Tigers take on the Upper St. Clair Panthers. And welcome inside the broadcast booth, everybody. I am Matt Fargo, joined alongside the former Pittsburgh Steeler Arthur Moats in the building for Girls Flag Football Championships here in 2025, and we have a great one for you. The semifinals took place just moments ago, and the Tigers and Panthers move on. A little cat fight for us on this Sunday afternoon, Moatsy.
I mean, you can't ask for a better situation, right? We got a beautiful backdrop right here at the lovely Highmark Stadium, and some pretty fierce competitors out there on the grass as well, so super excited for this championship game.
No question about it. 50 flag football teams from across Steelers Nation competed all throughout the spring, and now we've narrowed it down to 2, and one of them is the Moon Tigers, who are now eyeing that three-peat, the 3 consecutive championships, and it's on the line against the Upper St. Clair Panthers, who are going to be scared of the 2-seeded Tigers because just moments ago, they downed the number 1 seed in the Shaler Titans.
Absolutely. Big upset by that USC team. I love their tenacity on defense, but more importantly, how they spread the ball around. But that Moon team, led by Shea Brown, the player of the year, going for a three-peat, they're going to be tough to deal with in the championship.
Yeah, it's something that you're going to love as we're going to go through this game. Moon, built on defense, has only allowed 1 touchdown per game. No team throughout this season has scored 2 touchdowns against the Tigers. Can the Panthers be that team and be able to hoist this Steelers Girls Flag Football Championship? Let's take a look at some of the players that we were keeping an eye on for tonight's matchup and for the Moon Tigers. You alluded to it, Moats. Shea Brown, the quarterback for the Tigers, she is do it all. And as good as she is with her arm, she's equally as deadly with her legs.
Absolutely, a true dual threat quarterback. I've seen her throw it through the air. I've also seen her run, swivel her hips, and dip down so low. I'm just like, whoo-wee. Cannot wait to see that on display in the championship game.
And on the other side, it's Upper St. Clair's quarterback, Chloe Bird. She's a smart one, Arthur. She has a 4.6 GPA and is a star soccer player for a pretty good USC soccer program as well. Let's go down to the third member of our crew. Susie Cole is, as normal, down on the sidelines.
Thanks, Matt. The name of this game today is to play defensively sound. Upper St. Clair head coach Ryan Huzak said that he's got a great group of athletes. They all are natural defenders, but they know that they are going up against the best team, and that's the Moon Tigers, who are going through that three-peat championship. Moon Tigers head coach Mike Morocco said that his team's game has been defense all season long, so they're going to sit back and wait for that offensive gap to open in order to attack the Upper St. Clair defense. Matt?
All right, thanks so much, Susie. And at this time, we're going to turn it over to public address announcer Brandon Rossi for tonight's starting lineups.
Ladies and gentlemen, now let's direct our attention to the field as we introduce the teams competing in tonight's championship game. First, let's meet the 4th-seeded Upper St. Clair Panthers. Number 1, Yelena Noble. Number 2, Kylie Barrett. Number 4, Chloe Bird. Number 5, Claire Birmingham. Number 6, Anushka Sharma. Number 7, Sasha Boyett. Number 8, Meredith Hujak. Number 9, Cameron Friday. Number 10, Lena Walter. Number 11, Coco Jones. Number 12, Roja Pandia. Number 13, Anna Engelman. Number 15, make that number 14, Madison Kennel. Number 15, Ahana Mendy. Number 17, Emily Powell. Number 22, Ellie Shinholzer. Number 24, Paula Ruiz Lopez. And number 25, Mia Hujak. Fans, those are your Upper St. Clair Panthers. And now, let's meet the reigning and defending girls flag football champions, the second-seeded Moon Tigers. Number 1, Shaylin Brown. Number 2, Sarah Tavares. Number 3, Maddie Wilson. Number 4, Alyssa Name. Number 5, Lila Bean. Number 6, Sydney Ray. Number 7, Alyssa Dayani. Number 8, Isabelle Rodriguez. Number 10, Maddie Finnegan. Number 11, Maria Cortez. Number 12, Addison Kesich. Number 13, Gianna Reynolds. Number 14, Reese Kessler. Number 15, Juliana Corrado. Number 16, Lillian Barr. Number 17, Lillian Snyder. Number 19, Elena Miserak. Number 21, Alicia Bronner. Number 22, Addie Shazer. Number 23, Avery Pacheco. Number 24, Leila Morrow. Number 25, Sarah Tutala. And number 20, Jayla Brown. Fans, those are your
All right, thanks to Brandon Rossi for those introductions of the teams that will currently take the field. When we come back, it's the Steelers Girls Flag Championship. We get it all started from Pittsburgh Southside when we come back on KDK Plus.
Hi, my name's Nathan Holmes, and I'm the owner of Three Rivers Grown. The way Three Rivers Grown works with local farms, we help them get their products to market. We have these farmers who are committed to growing the very best produce that they can, picked the day before and delivered to the store the next day. Giant Eagle's mission, beyond the relationship with local farms, they're also looking for us to help source the best quality stuff. I'm Nathan Holmes, and this is my Giant Eagle.
You've got dreams, might even be something big. Imagine what you could do with the right solutions. Secured against evolving threats and set up to make the right decisions faster. At Acrisure, We help protect and grow everything you've worked so hard to build. We are the brightest people using the best of technology. We are an extraordinary advantage for you. We are Acrisure.
Honey?
But the gains are pumping.
Yeah, the market's closed.
Futures don't sleep in the after hours, bro.
Dad, is Mommy a finance bro?
She switched careers to make money for your weddings.
Ooh, penny stocks are blowing up. Sweetie, grab your piggy bank. We're going all in. Let me ask you, for your wedding, do you want a gazebo in a river?
What's a gazebo?
Something that your mother always wanted and never got.
Or you could give these different investment options a shot.
The right money moves aren't as aggressive as you think.
I'm keeping the best.
1, 2, 3, go!
We follow pizza drivers and make sure the customers get a Pepsi.
Is that legal?
It's a gray area.
That's the perfect combo.
And we'll welcome you back to Highmark Stadium, and there's familiar faces all around, getting ready for the coin toss. See down on the midfield stripe, former Steelers quarterback Charlie Batch is in the building. Of course, Steel Valley great, Western Pennsylvania's Charlie Batch, and Miss Greater Pittsburgh, 2025's Miss Greater Pittsburgh, Marissa Simmons. Marissa's a cancer research scientist and first responder with over 3,500 hours of EMS service, passionate about empowering young women to break barriers and pursue their passions through community service, and her initiative, Authentically Ambitious. Marissa will represent Pittsburgh at the upcoming Miss Pennsylvania competition this summer and hopes to compete for Miss USA.
Man, that's awesome right there. Doing good things on and off the field, or I guess in her case, the beauty pageants.
That's right.
Yes,
and
yes,
ironically, Marissa's a Moon graduate.
Come on now.
So I think her bias, pretty obvious where her alliances lie.
She does have a crown on. So it's important that she's letting everybody know that Moon, back-to-back, trying to do it for a third time, she's just bringing the energy. And then, of course, you can't have anything in Pittsburgh without Charlie Batch showing up. I mean, he is Mr. Pittsburgh, the mayor himself.
No doubt. Of course, what he does around the community with his Best of the Batch Foundation, and, of course, with the Pittsburgh Steelers and youth football initiatives. You know a lot about that as well, Arthur. And always great to see so many Steelers alumni giving back to not only youth football, but specifically all the efforts that have gone on to support girls' flag.
No, without a doubt. I mean, it's one of those things that as players, we always talk about expanding the game. And we think of it in the true sense of just from the guys' perspective, but the game is big. The game is evolving, and as we're seeing with flag football, it's becoming an Olympic sport. In the state of Pennsylvania, you could be a state champion playing flag football, specifically girls flag football. So for us, we just want to support it in any capacity that we can, and that's why guys like Charlie or even myself are here doing this type of things that we're doing today for them.
No, it's important. And if you're new to the game of flag football, you turned on KDKA Plus and you said, what is going on over there at Highmark Stadium? Well, here's some key flag football rules. 18-minute halves on a running clock. Teams will have 4 plays to get to midfield. So instead of 1st and 10, you'll see 1st and mid or 2nd and mid. And then they'll have 4 plays to score into the end zone on the other side of midfield. Each team getting 1 30-second timeout throughout. But we'll coach along and learn along with you in this championship game that it's a game that continues to grow. It started in 2022 with the Steelers initiative. And, of course, big news just a few months ago, it is a PIAA sanctioned sport and will begin that next year.
I mean, that's the exciting part about it and why it's only going to continue to grow. It was one thing when you're just doing it for the fun of it, for the love of the game. But now we're telling you, hey, you have a chance to be a champion. That matters, and as you can see today, these ladies are super competitive, and we're going to find out right now who is going to be this year's champion.
We're underway with Upper St. Clair on offense, and they get one broken up there on 1st down.
Well, and the thing that we know about Moon, defense wins championships. They haven't allowed a defensive score since early in April. I mean, a super impressive team, and yes, they had a touchdown scored last game, but it was a pick 6. So they still feel good about themselves on that side of the ball.
No doubt. Incomplete pass on the 1st down. They'll go to the far sideline to complete one. First completed pass there for Chloe Bird, the quarterback for the Panthers. And the pass was completed to Ellie Shanholzer.
And the good thing, or the interesting part in this matchup with Upper St. Clair, they like to attack teams laterally. We saw them in their semifinal against Shaler really use the width of the field, but we're going to see if Moon defensively can stay defense and ultimately set some edges out here and corral this USC team.
3rd and mid for USC. They go with the reverse. And a reverse pass that is completed, but shy of the line to gain. Friday on the reception for USC, and it will bring up a decision here for USC, 4th down and mid. So you can elect to, quote, punt, which is just putting back the Tigers back on their own 5-yard line. But they look like they're going to go for it here.
I like the aggression by USC early in this game. Critical play right here. Let's see how they respond.
And they are in the no-rush zone. The cones representing quarterback cannot take off. She has to throw it, and she throws too tall and incomplete. And that Tiger defense, we've noted a few times already, it goes incomplete, and they will take over on downs for the Tigers.
And that was Reese Kessler back there providing some nice coverage, who actually provided a touchdown in her semifinal game as well. So good to see her showing up on both sides of the ball when they got to have it.
Moon with a short field and last year's player of the year, Shea Brown, in at quarterback. She has thrown for a touchdown today in the semifinals and also ran for 2, and she shovels it forward. Nice job with USC quickly getting that one as Lila Bean makes the reception, but only a couple yards on that first down pass and catch.
Yeah, so if this is your first time watching Moon, Shea Brown, number 1 at quarterback, she jumps off the screen. You see her speed. You're going to see a lot of playmaking from her, and I'm excited to watch her versus this Upper St. Clair defense.
Brown from under center now. Another shovel it forward. And another completed pass. Moon just taking what the defense gives them as Bean makes her second reception. And it will bring up 3rd down for the Tigers. You see the line of scrimmage cone, and then the rush cone is the other cone. You'll see that on the screen. That is where the quarterback rusher must start from. As Brown going to take off. Brown splits defenders, and Brown is down at about the 2-yard line, just shy of the end zone.
The acceleration, you see it right there. Her ability to feel the pressure and then from there make a defender miss and turn a negative into an explosive positive. And now she has her team in scoring position.
But now it's 4th down and you're inside the no rush zone. So Brown not able to take off. It must be a pass here on this 4th down play. Brown looks, throws, in and out of the hands, incomplete. They had it, and then they lost it, and it will be a turnover in USC, a big hold on that first Moon offensive possession.
Yeah, Upper St. Clair defensively has to feel good about this possession. We obviously know the explosive nature of that Moon offense and specifically Shea Brown, but Upper St. Clair disciplined and making sure that they have their eyes and communicating and ultimately force that incompletion on 4th down. And now let's see if they can turn this stop into some points.
So Upper St. Clair, second time they touch the football here. First half action of the girls' Flag Football Championship presented by the Steelers. Misdirection, rolling is Bird, and then dumps it off down the far boundary. Long developing play, but was able to find her receiver. That was Anna Engelman on the reception for USC.
Yeah, and once again, a nice job by Upper St. Clair using the width of the field and ultimately trying to test Moon's discipline defensively. But so far, Moon doing a good job of making sure that they get the flag, or as we like to say it, minimize the damage. Stop the play, don't allow a lot of yak.
Handoff on 3rd down. USC gets good yardage there, shy of the midfield stripe as we take another look at the run by Engelman. And Pacheco gets the flag pulled there.
And as you can see, the misdirection element is big with USC's offense. They want to see, are you disciplined with your eyes? And that's going to be the test. Can Moon not get tired of these things?
Bird rolls, pressured, looks to the near side, got a receiver, and it is good enough for an Upper St. Clair first down. It will be 1st and goal on the reception by Anna Engelman.
Yeah, that was a nice job by Anna Engelman right there, picking up that first down. And good job offensively extending the play. We know this Moon team is fast, but for Upper St. Clair, finding ways to attack them is going to be critical, and they're doing an excellent job to start it off.
They got just enough. You see where that ball is, just over the midfield stripe. Now Upper St. Clair, the end zone is in their sights. And they get a handoff here that picks up great yardage. Again, Engelman.
Attacking them more downhill with their misdirection approach. They're not trying to beat you all the way to the sideline right here. Couple of steps, and now get north and south. Excellent job, though, making the defender miss. And now you got a chance to pick up some big yards and put them finally in scoring position. That high red zone.
That hand-eye coordination is so important because you're just not trying to get a body in front of him. You have to have the hand-eye to make sure you're grabbing the flag.
It's very different.
Yeah.
Very different.
Back to pass. Dumps it off. And a check down, but a great tackle there. Shea Brown.
We have a flag
what
on
she
the
can,
play.
And we do. That completion went to 17. That's Emily Powell. And we'll check in with our officials for the first time this afternoon. Upper St. Clair, led by head coach Ryan Huzjak, who is the vice president of sales and marketing for the Pittsburgh Steelers, has 2 daughters on the team.
Absolutely. He's been doing this thing for a while in terms of just being a coach for his daughters. I go back to coaching against him in women's basketball when our little ladies were playing against each other. So to see him out here still doing it with the flag football element is beautiful to see. But Ryan, he's super competitive. So don't be surprised if he gets fired up over there. I'm telling you, don't get surprised, man.
He is definitely walking the sideline with some intense thoughts as this one gets the reverse pass to the end zone. Touchdown, Upper St. Clair, hauling in the touchdown, Cameron Friday. And a flag comes flying in late. Huzjak tosses the touchdown just on cue. Meredith Huzjak throws the touchdown. And we'll check the penalty marker.
As we have Dad Ryan in the background trying to play it cool, not be too excited about his daughter catching or throwing the touchdown pass. I like it.
And it's an unsportsmanlike conduct penalty after the touchdown. And the officials talking. There you see Coach Huzjak. Let's put the Panthers up 6-0.
And Matt, for some people, they might be looking and saying, well, the clock is still running. The clock is running. What's going on right now? We obviously know with this, running clock.
Running clock.
It does not stop right here. So this is all a part of it.
So they mark off the penalty for this extra point. Officials talking with Moon's head coach, Jason Russell. So USC, a lot of ground to make up to try to get this extra point. Bird just going to put it up there, and it falls incomplete. Intended for Friday.
Lillian Snyder back there, making sure that Upper St. Clair weren't able to complete that extra point attempt right there. Good job by them. And now let's see, can Moon respond to the adversity that Upper St. Clair has shown early on with the touchdown? Remember, as I said earlier, Moon hadn't allowed a touchdown on defense since early going into April.
Yeah, back in April 27th.
So now here we are, the first time getting scored on in a while. How are they going to respond to that?
First time in 6 games Moon was scored defensively by USC here in the championship. Now the Tigers go back to work. It's Shea Brown just throwing that quick pass, trying to, I would imagine in the game of flag football, you're hoping for a missed flagpole there, and you're trying to push the ball upfield and turn something that's small, kind of like a screen pass.
That's literally what I was thinking of. I said, this is screen, this is quick game, this is a pseudo run play, but if I can make a person miss on the perimeter, now I could turn that 2 into 7 yards or maybe an explosive play.
Brown going to let it fly, has a receiver downfield. Oh, in and out of the hands. Incomplete.
And that was a nice job by the defender right there down the grass. Anna Ingman once again showing that she is ready to play in the big game right now. Got tested early, but nice job getting that PBU.
3rd and mid here for Moon, and Brown's going to take and run with it. Try to bounce it to the outside. Stop and go move, but steps out of bounds there. And Brown, I think, strategically trying to get closer to that midfield and make it a manageable 4th down. Let's see if Moon elects to go for it, or will they punt? And it looks like they're electing to punt. They'll give USC the ball back at their own 5.
Yeah, interesting. I thought they would get a little bit more aggressive right here, but deciding to play more of the field position game early on right here. But once again, good job by USC defensively, staying disciplined and corralling Shea Brown, who we know is excitement when she gets that ball, especially when she leaves the pocket.
Well, we saw Moon go down 7-0 to Greater Latrobe in the semifinal game on a pick 6, and then Moon was able to score 25 unanswered, winning 25-7. And Bird going to throw it on the backside, completing the pass out. Picks up about 7 yards on that pass and catch. And Hughes-Jack again on the reception.
I say nice pickup right there, getting the ball moving up the field. And now let's see, can they get something going with this drive?
Moon has not lost this season. They're 14-0-1. They had a 0-0 tie against Seton LaSalle in the early goings of the season. Beat Aliquippa in the first round of the playoffs 25-0, and then beat North Allegheny in the quarterfinals 6-0 as Bird looks for a check down pass. Picks up 3 yards. Emily Powell on the reception.
And for some of the people that are seeing pre-snap, the young ladies on defense, one of them raising their hand before every play, they're just indicating that they are the rusher, and that's one of the rules of girls flag football. Have to raise their hand pre-snap to let the offense know this is the person that's rushing, and as long as they're back the allotted amount of yards, that makes it legal. And as you can see right here, the young lady kind of going off the screen doing it.
Back to passes Bird. Here comes that pressure. Throwing it. It's intercepted. Picked off. Shea Brown doing it on both sides of the field. Comes up with the INT, and the Tigers have good field position.
Excellent job by Shea Brown getting the interception, but the pressure from Lillian Barr. We talked about that pre-snap rusher having to put their hand up. She was the one who provides the pressure, ultimately forces the quarterback out the pocket, and from there, Shea Brown able to capitalize and make a nice interception and get them the ball back on a short field.
You see it all the time, that pressure creating turnovers. Brown, a designed run play, and Upper St. Clair was not fooled.
A lot of misdirection behind the line of scrimmage right there, but once again, Upper St. Clair showing discipline and ultimately seeing what they are supposed to see, corralling Shea Brown in the backfield for a nice flag for a loss.
You see the Tigers go to the sideline, get the play, and then come back out in formation as Brown goes back to pass. Slant pattern, in and out of the hands, incomplete. Had it drawn up there for the Tigers, but not able to connect.
Yeah, and it was nice execution in the sense of the play call, the read by Shea Brown, and the pass. Ultimately not able to complete it, but I do like the changeup versus some of the misdirection and only focusing on Shea Brown's running ability.
Brown gonna throw it again, same play, different result. A reception.
Same result. No, are they calling it a catch?
That's a great question.
I think they called it incomplete.
Are they calling it? They are calling it incomplete. Yep, incomplete.
Wow.
At the 2-minute warning.
Play, same area, same nice throw.
Oh, yes.
Couldn't survive it. Oh, couldn't complete the catch to the ground. It's all right, next play. It happens. It happens to the best of us.
Don't let it beat you twice, right?
Absolutely. Don't let one play become 2 plays, become 3 plays, a half, etc.
Yes.
Go to the next play.
So Moon with the minute 56. This is 4th and goal. They'll chuck it up into the end zone. Jump ball, knocked down. Good defense there by USC. In coverage, I believe that was Emily Powell.
If I say whoever it was, I could not see the jersey number either. But what I will say is this. Her ability to high point that football, find it with her eyes, and ultimately make sure that it wasn't going to be a completion for a touchdown on that big 4th down right there. You have to feel good if you're Upper St. Clair defensively now. This has been multiple possessions where you've been able to either force Moon to punt the ball or stop them and have a turnover on downs. So now let's see, can Upper St. Clair try to do what not a lot of teams have done this year, which is score not once but twice?
It hasn't happened.
Yeah, they were in uncharted territories now.
Throw that goes too wide, incomplete. And talked about 50 teams played in the Steelers girls flag football season this year. Started back in 2022 with just 6 schools. 2013 had 17, and then 2024 they went to 36. Now this season with 50. More schools expected to join next year when it becomes a sanctioned PIAA and WPIAL sport.
And just think about it. We're only going to continue to grow this. This broadcast, the amount of professional teams starting to get more and more involved. We obviously know about the Big 33 matchups and how that has evolved. I mean, Shea Brown, right, the young lady we've been talking about for Moon, one of the key players that plays in that, or that will be playing in that. So, I mean, when you think about how this game is going to continue to expand, it's only going to get better. And that's the thing that we want to see.
Hughes Jack on that carry.
And if you're Upper St. Clair, you're in no rush right now.
No.
You allow that clock to keep rolling, get into this half, or score, get into the half without allowing Moon to get that ball back on offense.
That would be the perfect scenario for the Panthers. Back to pass is Bird with pressure, checks it down, gets it to Emily Powell, but a great open field tackle there by Shea Brown and a little dance to go along with it there. I love the swagger on defense,
you see it,
mates.
Right? Hey, listen, it doesn't matter what the sport is. You have to be having fun when you are out there, and it's good to see these ladies having such a good time, even with it being such a competitive and high-pressure situation with the championship being on the line. But excellent job right here, once again, providing some pressure with that pass rush, and then open field tackling right there. I love to see the defense, love to see the discipline by that Moon team.
So that was 3rd down. It is now a turnover on downs or I beg your pardon, USC elects to punt. So they get Moon 1st down in mid from the 5. Brown going to deal it over to the far sideline, and that is completed. Juliana Corrado on the reception.
And I'll be interested to see if Moon operates with a little bit more tempo and urgency now that we're down under 50 seconds prior to the half.
I know Mom's appreciating that one in the stands. A lot of family on hand. Slant route over the middle. It's caught. for the first down. Lila Bean on the reception for the Tigers. It's a first down, but the clock continues to tick.
And came back to that exact same play that we saw them drop the previous 2 plays in the red zone. This time they completed. Nice explosive pickup for a first down. And 20 seconds left in the half before they took their timeout. Let's see what they call coming out of this.
They call the timeout with 20 seconds. So the Tigers on the other side of midfield trying to, at worst, tie this thing. At best, take the lead into half. Well, we have a big announcement coming up at halftime, so stick around for that. Just a few moments away here on KDKA Plus. Glad you tuned in. Brown avoids one. Will send it to the end zone and overcooks it. Incomplete. Kessler, the intended receiver, but what a play by Brown to, if that goes incomplete, the clock stops. If it doesn't and she gets sacked, they don't have a chance to stop it. Right.
Absolutely. I mean, you can see the speed, the explosiveness that she has right there. Subtle, makes the defender miss. Unfortunately, not able to connect on the pass downfield. But, like you said, excellent job in terms of allowing them another play. And for Upper St. Clair defensively, they got a nice zone concept with 3 defenders deep.
Second down and goal, and some pressure barreling down on Brown. USC's done a really nice job of cooking up some pressure and making her uncomfortable back there, and it will go incomplete. Now it will be 3rd and goal.
Yeah, philosophy-wise, both teams are a little bit different. With Upper St. Clair, you see them operating with 3 deep defenders and a rusher every time, but it's more zone. Whereas for Moon, single safety deep, a lot more of the man stuff, and now we're seeing a little bit of that contrast stylistically.
And Brown will be down, sacked. Great pressure. It happens again for USC.
Emily Powell, nice job. You see the excitement from her, ultimately ending the half with this sack. That's what you want to see right there if you're an Upper St. Clair fan. And I'm sure for Ryan, Coach Huzak, this has to be a good feeling going into halftime with the 6-0 lead.
Yeah, the 4 seed, Upper St. Clair, has the lead on the 2 seed. Moon Tigers in the Steelers girls flag championship game here, presented to you by Giant Eagle, the Pittsburgh Post-Gazette, and Spread Group. Thanks to all of our great partners that make this possible. And Susie has Coach down to the sidelines.
Coach, you talked about how defensively sound your team has been all season long. Where have they played that game the best so far in this game?
Well, first possession, we went for it on 4th down, and they held us, so we had to hold up at very first possession of the game, and the girls did a great job. They got the ball on our side of the field, and we held them out of the end zone on a 4th down stop, and then once again, they got a turnover on our end, and we held up again, so our defense is really showing up.
What's got to be the biggest focal point in holding Moon to be scoreless in that second half of the game?
Well, just their Shea Brown is excellent. She's a very, very quick player, got a good arm. She's just a dynamic player, so trying to contain her is going to be the biggest challenge.
Thanks, Coach.
Thank you.
Matt?
Thank you so much, Susie. You saw his girls basketball WPIO champion. They won in basketball. They win in girls basketball, boys basketball. Is it girls flag?
I mean, we're going to see. I mean, he just seems to have that winning touch right now. But this is going to be an exciting time, man, because Moon, we saw them in the first game. 25 unanswered after being down. So let's see how they respond coming out of this halftime.
It's our halftime show. When we come back on the back half of this break, you are watching the Steelers Girls Flag 2025 Championship here from Highmark Stadium, and we're back on KDKA Plus after these words.
What is life-changing medicine? Is it returning to the playing field or your favorite hiking path after an injury? Or running with your grandkids after a joint replacement? At UPMC, life-changing medicine is all those things. Through innovative research, rehabilitation, and advanced surgical procedures, our experts get you back to what you love doing. UPMC, life-changing medicine.
Our fans are here. Give them something to cheer about today.
The crowd at Acrisure is so loud right now. Towels swirling here. Oh my, TJ Watt! And the Steelers defense has come up with a stop.
This defense is swarming.
And it's picked off. What a catch! Wow! Guess who? What a grab! Touchdown, Pittsburgh Steelers!
a little birdie told us that you're looking for more ways to save on all your favorite Giant Eagle items. In meat, dairy, and produce. So we're making it easy with new lower prices, weekly sales, deals for days, and My Perks. Surround yourself with savings every time you shop at your neighborhood Giant Eagle.
Get ready, Pittsburgh. The Steelers High School Showcase Game of the Week returns to KDKA Plus this fall with the best high school football action in the WPIAL. Tune in every Friday starting August 22nd. Here we go.
We follow pizza drivers, make sure the customers get a Pepsi.
Is that legal?
It's a gray area.
That's the perfect combo.
And we welcome you back here to Highmark Stadium. Girls Flag Championship presented by the Pittsburgh Steelers and our great partners at Giant Eagle, the Pittsburgh Post-Gazette and Spread Group. Back with Arthur Moats. Matt Fargo here with you. As soon as we cooled down on the sidelines, and Upper St. Clair has a 6-0 advantage against the two-time defending champion Moon Tigers. A picture postcard perfect day for girls flag football. And not only do we crown a champion today, Arthur, but we're also celebrating all the successes that we've come so far with the game of girls flag. And as we've been talking about in the first half, there is still so more to go.
No, without a doubt. I mean, this is what you want to see, the evolution of the game, and specifically when you're talking about these young ladies, putting these resources, putting this support around them, you make it feel important, and they're going to go out there and show you what they're able to do, and it's such an excitement day. And that's the other part of it, man. You're down here with me. You feel the energy. You feel the buzz. Hopefully the people that are home watching this right now can feel some of that energy as well.
Well, there's a lot of reasons to have energy. Girls Flag is one of them, but also we have a big announcement of what is coming this fall. And I won't even say any more than that. Without further ado, here's a surprise for you here on KDKA Plus. The lights of Friday night are coming back to KDKA Plus this fall. On your TV, on your laptop, and right there in the palm of your hand. The Pittsburgh Steelers and the Emmy Award-winning JRM Video Productions are teaming up once again to bring you the best high school football action in the WPIAL live every Friday night on KDKA Plus. It all kicks off on August 22nd as Amani Christian takes on Clarendon as the Bears open the doors to Tyler Boyd Stadium against the Saints. August 29th, Peters Township visits McKeesport. Both teams packed with Division I talent as the Indians and Tigers believing they can both get back to the title game and this time hoist gold. Then on September 5th, we head north as Mars takes on North Hills. Two programs with deep roots and rising stars and a homecoming for Mars head coach Eric Kasparovich. September 12th, it's a trip to Kennywood as Bethel Park Blackhawks visit the West Mifflin Titans. Both teams hope to prove that they are contenders in their respective classifications. On September 19th, expect a playoff-like atmosphere where the Penn Hills Indians roll into Heinz Field in Aliquippa to battle the Quips, and only the second meeting between these two proud programs with championship DNA. Then on September 26th, Avonworth travels to Central Valley in a rematch of last year's 3A championship. Antelopes versus Warriors is always a must-watch matchup. On October 3rd, South End and Upper St. Clair renew the rivalry in a high-stakes 5A showdown as the Lions battle the Panthers in conference play. October 10th, 1A Powers will take the stage as Bishop Canevin visits Fort Cherry. Watch as the Crusaders will try to finally knock off Matt Sig and the two-time defending champs. On October 17th, the lights will be brightest in Gibsonia as North Allegheny takes on Pine Richland as two of the area's most dominant programs square off. On October 24th, we will let you, the fans, pick the matchup in the regular season finale. It's our Fan Votes Game of the Week. Your chance to bring our cameras with the Steelers Showcase to your community. The tradition of Friday Night Lights in Western Pennsylvania, the Steelers High School Football Showcase Game of the Week. Live every Friday night on KDKA Plus at 7 p.m. And it all kicks off August 22nd. So there you go. The 2025 Steelers High School Showcase Game of the Week schedule is unveiled. And here it is, another look at it. Arthur, I know you'll be joining me in the booth for a couple of these throughout the year. Looking forward to it. What stands out to you?
Super excited. Obviously, being a South Fayette resident, the South Fayette at Upper St. Clair game always stands out. But, I mean, when you're talking about Pine Richland, when you're talking about Peters Township, and, of course, Aliquippa Penn Hills, we were there for that matchup last year where Penn Hills got the win at home. Now we get a chance to do it over at Little Hines? Oh, man, come on now. How do you not get excited, right? How do you not get excited about these games? Let's go, man. Let's go.
And I'm excited to get it all kicked off in week 0. Amani Christian and Clarendon, we open Tyler Boyd Stadium.
Come on, man.
There is just a rivalry. Amani and Clarendon won't play each other because they're in different classes.
But you feel the energy, though.
You can't tell me that isn't going to have a championship feel to it.
And then, of course, Pine Richland, North Allegheny. I mean, listen, every time we get a chance to talk about Pine Richland or NA, it's always a ton of talent at both of those schools. And for me, I'm always, a little bit extra with Pine Richland because the connection's like, yo, I got my former teammates. Their offspring is over there now. All right, so shout out to Jay Timmons and company.
And I gotta love the single A matchup. Bishop Canevin, Fort Cherry, the do-it-all man, and Matt Sig, one of the best players in all the WPIAL. They just put new turf down out there at Tanner Gary Stadium, and we're looking forward to seeing the Rangers and the Crusaders battle it out in a single A matchup too. And Avonworth Central Valley will be a great one as well. All right, when we come back, we're going to get you set for the second half of the Steelers Girls Flag Championship game. Right now, Upper St. Clair leads Moon 6-0 the second half when we come back here on KDKA+.
The Build. What is it that drives us to follow our dreams, to build them from scratch, from the heart? For us, it's the same ideals of hard work, craftsmanship, and unity that define our great nation. It begins with trusting in yourself and having a team behind you that believes any dream is possible, and that every project is a vision of what can be, of who you are, and the future that you continue to build. From our family to yours, 84 Lumber, where quality and pride come together, one dream at a time.
My audience can put in an order and Spreadshop does the printing and sends it to anywhere in the world. It's like magic.
It costs nothing to set up, and there is no money out of my pocket. I set my own prices and make my profits after costs.
I built my own brand, then started making money the first time I shared with my audience. Now all my followers are wearing my logo.
Setting up your Spreadshop takes just a few seconds, and all our products are made in-house. You can trust your brand is in good hands. Start your own merch store today at Spreadshop.com.
You've got dreams, might even be something big. Imagine what you could do with the right solutions. Secured against evolving threats, and set up to make the right decisions faster. At Acrisure, we help protect and grow everything you've worked so hard to build. We are the brightest people using the best of technology. We are an extraordinary advantage for you. We are Acrisure.
Get ready, Pittsburgh. The Steelers High School Showcase Game of the Week returns to KDKA Plus this fall with the best high school football action in the WPIAL. Tune in every Friday starting August 22nd. Here we go.
One, two, three, go!
We follow pizza drivers, make sure the customers get a Pepsi.
Is that legal?
It's a gray area.
That's the perfect combo.
And welcome back to Highmark Stadium. Here you see Minka Fitzpatrick talking to our man Joe Lofton, who's so instrumental in all the things that have been going on here with girls flag football. And we talked about at the top of the broadcast, Arthur, the Steelers, both past and present, really showing out and know how important it is to show up.
Absolutely. The game matters, and the only way it's going to continue to evolve is if us on the professional side, the NFL side, actually show that we care about it as well. And that's what you're seeing from guys like Minka Fitzpatrick, an active player, one of the best safeties in the world, is out here right now, man, on a random Sunday, right? Just nothing going on right now. He's like, you know what? I'm here. I want to be here because it matters to him. And if it matters to Minka Fitzpatrick, well, hey, who are you to tell me that I shouldn't care about flag football? I shouldn't be watching this.
Madeline Wilson makes the reception for Moon as the Tigers start with the ball, trailing 6-0 here in this second half of the Steelers Girls Flag Championship. 50 schools down to the final 2. Brown looks, flag was pulled, and it was, I believe they're going to rule this a sack.
Very impressive catch, though. Very impressive. If this was baseball, we'd call it a long foul ball, but it looked good, though. Looked real good.
More pressure from the USC defense that Brown not able to evade.
Yeah, when you talk about Emily Powell, she's doing an excellent job providing the rush and staying on the upfield shoulder of Shea Brown. One of the things that we talk about in NFL football, containing the quarterback. If you stay on their upfield shoulder, it makes them feel a little bit more constructed, and you can see how it kind of inconveniences Shea Brown in some of her dropbacks.
She takes off and runs with it. This time, Ellie Shanholzer makes the stop for the Panthers. Bring up 3rd down and mid here for the Tigers. Now that would be 4th down and mid, as it looks like they will punt.
Man, so once again, that Upper St. Clair defense getting it done, forcing the 3 and out, and now let's see if they can turn this turnover on downs to ultimately another scoring possession.
Moon had 9 shutouts in 12 games coming into this title game. They outscored opponents 338-25 coming into today. First down and mid for USC. Rolling. Bird gonna just drop it off. And picks up just shy of midfield.
Able to make some defenders miss. Turn something that was a quick, short game into a nice, explosive game, putting them in position to pick up a nice first down potentially.
That was Engelman. Another look at it from our Sky Cam.
Splits the defenders. Love to see that right there. Nice pickup right there.
Those, I mean, the hip twisting.
You see it.
It's
Anna
actually
Engelman
a part of the move.
is putting all the skills on display today, getting it done on offense and defense. I'm impressed.
I don't know what that would be on the video game controller. Make that an L1 or R1.
Everybody say L1 and triangle combo, all right?
Bird surveying. Got it away, but ends up falling incomplete. She did a great job of trying to get out of the way of Lillian Barr, who was barreling down on her.
Absolutely. Love that gamesmanship right there. Lillian Barr chasing her down, ultimately trying to provide that pressure. Chloe Bird doing a good job of not taking the sack, not making something that was bad a lot worse, and ultimately getting rid of that football. And now they're still in a good position on this next play right here.
You know, Upper St. Clair scored 26 points in the semifinal. Moon scored 25. And now we're in a defensive stalemate, 6-0. USC has the ball and the lead here with 14 minutes just in this second half. Throwing right at the midfield stripe. Little karaoke move on the sideline to get the first down for the Panthers.
Well, I say a nice pickup right there by Ellie Shanholzer, who also had a touchdown catch in the semifinal game earlier today versus Shaler. Nice job by her picking up the first down and ultimately keeping that Upper St. Clair drive alive.
The first and goal, Panthers, from right at the midfield stripe.
And we got the birthday girl, Alyssa Name, ultimately indicating that she will be the rusher. So let's see if she can get home today.
Pressure comes. They do get it off, but a great open field tackle there.
Nice job right there defensively by Moon. Provide some pressure, force the quick release, and then from there, tackle the catch.
That's
get the flag.
Pacheco.
Not allowing any run after. Nice job right there.
Second down and goal after a yard gained for USC. Bird lets it rip into the end zone. It is caught shot for the touchdown, USC!
Nice play right there. Big time throw and catch, taking advantage of the single high defense. I mean, you love to see that right there by Upper St. Clair. Nice throw, though, by Chloe Bird.
Anushka Sharma on the reception to put the Panthers up 2 scores here in the title game.
Excellent job, though. Dropped it right in the bucket right there. That's what you want to see. And for the first time all season, this Moon Tigers defense has allowed 2 scores. Down 12-0. Let's see if they can respond and get some type of stop on the 2-point conversion.
In game 16, 15 straight games they had not. The 2-point conversion fails. And it will be 12-0 USC. And now that clock becomes a fan of the Panthers. Moon's going to need some quick scores to get back in it. They're certainly capable of it. We saw what they did in the semifinals. But
yeah, very explosive team, but once again, look at the vision right here by Chloe. She ultimately is looking off the defense because she knows that they're in man coverage, and then from there, being able to take that shot down the field, you love to see it.
Moon gets to work, and Reese Kessler makes the reception.
And let's see if Moon is going to operate with a little bit urgency. Like I said, we know that they still have time, but with this running clock and them down 2 scores, you don't want to allow too much time to go off on this possession.
Brown on second down, pressured. Makes one miss, throws it, fires at the midfield stripe, just shy of it. Nicely done by Brown. As Wilson hauls in the pass, and it will be 3rd down and mid with about 2 yards to get.
And once again, you see Shea Brown's athleticism and playmaking ability on display, extending it and then finding Maddie Wilson down the grass for a nice pickup and ultimately putting them in position to pick up this 1st down.
There it is. There's the shovel pass that completes it out. Again, Wilson back-to-back receptions, and this time a 1st down for the Tigers. So 1st and goal for Moon with coming up on 10 minutes to play.
And for Moon offensively, they haven't really had a long drive where they put things together for themselves and got a chance to score. So let's see what they do right here.
Double clutch and too tall for the intended receiver, incomplete.
And this Upper St. Clair defense, they're doing a good job of keeping it in front of them. Like we said, different philosophy with the 3 deep defenders zone concept here, whereas we said with Moon, that single defender deep man-to-man coverage, you can see the high risk, high reward nature of that with the touchdown they just allowed.
2nd down and goal. Brown throws, nearly intercepted. Brown was worried about that pressure and was able to get it away, incomplete.
Nice job by Meredith Hushak, seeing what she is supposed to see. Eyes on the quarterback. Quarterback gets hurried by the nice pressure, and then from there, she almost gets the near pick. I'm sure Mika Fitzpatrick would have loved to see her go ahead and finish that, but as a whole, let's see what she can do this next play on defense.
3rd down and goal. Brown, design run, going to try to get some gain some ground, and another nice job by the USC defense. This time it's Chloe Bird showing what she can do on defense. The Panther quarterback makes that flag pull.
Nice to see the the multi-side versatility by Chloe Bird. Tracking the defender, or tracking the ball carrier in the open field right there. Make sure that she gets 2 hands on that flag. All the little details and fundamentals matter. You start looking up and acting like, oh, I'm going to just grab this flag. You'll miss her. You'll miss her.
4th down and goal. Moon needs a score, and they will not get it. Incomplete. Engelman in coverage for USC, and it is a turnover on downs.
Once again, Anna Engelman getting it done, both sides of the ball. You love to see it, the playmaking ability defensively, high pointing it, getting her hand on it, and ultimately forcing an incompletion. And now for Upper St. Clair, they have to start feeling a little bit of that momentum
No
rolling
doubt.
down, right? You've scored again, you've gotten another stop, and now you get a chance to go score another time potentially with Moon in this single high defense that they're having.
Moon hoping the defense can create something here with the Panthers backed up. And a pass and catch, minimal gain there. Anushka Sharma, who had the touchdown, makes the reception.
And if you're Upper St. Clair, you're fine with that. You'll take that. It's a positive play. It's keeping the ball moving. But more importantly, that clock is running. The longer they possess it, the less opportunities Moon is going to have offensively to try to generate anything to close this gap scoring-wise.
Bird from the shotgun. And they go with the run play off the left side, and a little bit of room there for Anna Engelman.
Avery Pacheco doing a nice job over there corralling the ball carrier. Upper St. Clair overloaded the formation pre-snap on that one, trying to create a little bit of, a matchup for them, but ultimately for the Moon Tigers defensively, good discipline right there. And as you can see, Avery Pacheco, back-to-back plays in the open field, getting that flag. Nice job by her.
Coming up on the 6-minute mark of this second half, USC leads Moon 12-0 in the girls' flag championship. Bird with pressure, throws in and out of the hands, incomplete. And there was a moment later, Lillian Barr had pulled the flag of Bird, so she was just heads-up play there to just get rid of that one and not take the sack.
No, absolutely. A nice job by Shea Brown getting it done on defense in coverage right here to ultimately force the PBU. Love to see that right there. But now let's see, can she turn around and get it done on offense? 5 minutes, 30 seconds in counting. Can the Moon Tigers get some type of positive production on the offensive side of the ball before it's too late?
Taking off is Brown. Brown avoids one and can't avoid the second. Diving attempt there at pulling the flag. It was Friday on the flagpole for USC. And the Steelers provided all the teams with the equipment, the flag belts, the footballs, and stipends. $4,000 for new teams that joined in 2025 and $750 for returning teams. And Brown gonna cook one deep, incomplete. You could see the arm strength she has.
Said Shea Brown, super impressive. It's the reason why she was the player of the year last year and why she's so exciting to watch. But on the other side, this Upper St. Clair defense doing an excellent job of keeping the ball in front of them. You see Anushka Sharma once again staying deep and ultimately not allowing the explosive play by Moon. Like I said, philosophy-wise, different. But you see the effectiveness of it, and especially while Upper St. Clair has the lead at this part of the game.
See the trophy there. Awaiting the winner is Brown trying to take off with it. And USC not fooled at all. Emily Powell one more time. Upper St. Clair defense being the difference. That is fourth down, another turnover, and the Panthers take over with 3:48 and running here in the second half, leading 12-0.
I mean, I feel like I'm watching the Steelers old school style right here. We got blitzing with zone defense. What do they call it? Blitzburg. Shout out to Emily Powell, though, once again providing the pressure and the little fundamentals. Staying upfield shoulder, not allowing Shea Brown to escape that pocket. And this is what you want to see. If you're Upper St. Clair, you have to be feeling extremely confident as this game is starting to wind down here.
Panthers back to work. Bird hands it off and cannot get the corner. Can Engelman. It's Pacheco tracing her down, and had not Pacheco pulled that flag, she was off for a while.
Oh, absolutely. Like I said, Pacheco's doing an excellent job of manning that side of the field. Anytime there's been Upper St. Clair players over there, she does a good job of corralling the flag and not allowing a ton of yards after the catch or handoff. But once again, with 2 minutes and 40 seconds running clock down 2 scores, Moon is going to need to create some type of turnover or something before they run out of time.
The clock will stop with incompletions and out of bounds once we get to the 2 minute. That one goes to Hughes Jack. Quickly brought down Madeline Finnegan. And that, I think the Panthers might be content taking this to the 2 minute warning.
I mean, if you're Upper St. Clair, clock is on your side right now. You are in no hurry. You see Coach Ryan right here doing an excellent job of just tackling through all the little details. You sure you got that part? Make sure you get this part. Hey, don't rush it. Don't you rush it.
There's your 2 minute warning. When we come back, 2 minutes remain. Can the Panthers hold on to their 12-0 lead over the Moon Tigers? It's the Steelers Girls Flag Championship from Highmark Stadium. We'll be back on KDKA Plus with the final 2 minutes after these words.
Honey?
But the gains are pumping.
Yeah, the market's closed.
Futures don't sleep in the after hours, bro.
Dad, is Mommy a finance bro?
She switched careers to make money for your weddings.
Ooh, penny stocks are blowing up. Sweetie, grab your piggy bank. We're going all in. Let me ask you, for your wedding, do you want a gazebo in a river?
I don't... What's a gazebo?
Something that your mother always wanted and never got.
Or you could give these different investment options a shot.
The right money moves aren't as aggressive as you think.
I'm keeping the best.
Hi, Hi, my name's Nathan Holmes, and I'm the owner of Three Rivers Grown. The way Three Rivers Grown works with local farms, we help them get their products to market. We have these farmers who are committed to growing the very best produce that they can, picked the day before and delivered to the store the next day. Giant Eagle's mission, beyond the relationship with local farms, they're also looking for us to help source the best quality stuff. I'm Nathan Holmes, and this is my Giant Eagle.
What is life-changing medicine? Is it returning to the playing field or your favorite hiking path after an injury? Or running with your grandkids after a joint replacement? At UPMC, life-changing medicine is all those things. Through innovative research, rehabilitation, and advanced surgical procedures, our experts get you back to what you love doing. UPMC, life-changing medicine.
1, 2, 3, go!
We follow pizza drivers and make sure the customers get a Pepsi.
Is that legal?
It's a gray area.
That's the perfect combo.
And we're back to Highmark Stadium. 2 minutes to play in the Steelers Girls Flag Football Championship here in 2025. And they go with the end around, a little extra contact as Pacheco denies Friday much room there.
As an outside linebacker, I'm loving everything I'm seeing from Avery Pacheco, all right? These past 4 or 5 plays, everything that's come her way, she's keeping it contained, and she's showing some physicality out there as well.
So that takes us to 1:45. Again, clock stops, changes of possession, out of bounds, incomplete passes, what we're all familiar with.
So you're telling us there's still a chance right now for this Moon Tigers offense to make something happen.
1:45, they have a chance. And they have the last year's Player of the Year, and Shea Brown at the controls. And she'll take off, now look to throw down the sideline, and it is incomplete.
Once again, though, Emily Powell providing pressure, making Shea Brown feel uncomfortable and not allowing her enough time to get her feet set. And, I mean, you see the impact right there. Another incompletion.
Yeah, she's had to make a move before throwing almost every pass attempt of this game. And
we've actually seen Emily close the distance and sack her a couple of times as well. I mean, this is impressive. Once again, you see her have to move.
And almost invoked an interception that could have sealed the deal for USC. But now it's 3rd down and mid.
And here we go with Upper St. Clair, keeping 3 defenders deep, zone concept, eyes on the football, and you see the young lady with her hand raised, Emily Powell.
Coming quickly, they set up a trips situation on that far side, and it is a completed pass. And then there are no fumbles, by the way, in flag. It would just be the offense's possession wherever the fumble occurs. But that did not stop the clock, so we're down to 1:15 and the clock winds here. 4th and mid. Could be your ball game. Brown dials it up over the intended receiver, incomplete. Corrado had a shot at it.
That was a nice job by Shea Brown. I don't know how she flicked her body to make that throw like that, but that was a nice throw. Unfortunately, unable to get the completion at the end of it, but that Upper St. Clair defense did their job. Keep it in front of you and make them have to be special on some of these down-the-field plays, and ultimately that's what they did, and you can see the fruits of their labor now, up 12-0 with 58 seconds left in the championship game.
58 seconds, and Moon turns it over. USC goes to the end around, and just close there as a flag pulled just shy of the 5-yard no-run zone as Engelman gets the carry. And you see Coach Juszczyk there just saying, let that clock run.
Hey, let's talk about it. What you guys like coffee? We're going to take a little bit more time here. Okay, all right, now we get up here and run this play.
Run to Giant Eagle, come back. 30 seconds. Panthers looking to put an exclamation point on their title. Bird. End around. Wide receiver pass incomplete.
And I like the change-up right there. USC keeping their foot on the gas pedal, not running the ball to ultimately keep the clock out. No, they say if we can score, let's try to score. But good job by Moon being prepared for that. And now let's see what Upper St. Clair decides to employ on this play with 14 seconds left.
Yeah, now this is 4th and goal. Hands it off, and he did not get the corner. Engelman again on the carry. Pacheco really anchoring that corner, but the time will run out. And Upper St. Clair is your 2025 Steelers girls flag football champions. The Panthers ground the Tigers in the title game.
Kudos to this Upper St. Clair team. Not only did they do it defensively, shutting out Moon with the defending player of the year, the 2-time champions, but then turning around and scoring twice on this Moon defense that hadn't allowed a score defensively in over 6 games. I mean, if you're Upper St. Clair, this is why you started out this year. This is why you put all that hard work, all that sacrifice to get down here at Highmark and ultimately knock off the defending 2-time champion Moon Tigers and now etch yourself in history.
And it proves that whether this be the first game you've watched of girls flag or the 15th, 16th game you've watched this season, it proves that no matter if it is the girls flag game or the NFL game, defense does win championships.
Let's go.
All right, let's go down to Susie Cool.
Thanks, Matt. I'm here with our player of the game, Emily Powell. Emily, your team just took down the back-to-back defending champs. What words do you have to describe this feeling right now?
I have no words. This team is so together. We love each other, and this is just a big moment from losing to NA last year and coming and beating Moon. It's the best feeling in the world.
You mentioned losing to NA last year in the semifinals. You come back and take the championship this year. Where did your team really come together the most this season?
Honestly, we were just proud of ourselves through the whole thing. For a lot of our seniors left last year and just rallying together, teaching all the new girls how to play football and flag football. We just came together in the beginning of the season to teach everyone, and this is just the best feeling in the world, yeah.
Congratulations, Emily.
Thank you so much.
Matt?
Susie, thank you. And congratulations to Emily Plow, our player of the game. And she said something that was interesting. She said, we just all love each other. And I think that's the interesting thing that girls flag football is doing right now is you may be a basketball player, a soccer player, or not even play a sport, but it's bringing a group of girls that may not have been friends with each other and creating a whole new dynamic and a whole new team and a whole new family.
That's the beauty of sports, the camaraderie that it ultimately presents you. And for these young ladies, they're never going to forget this moment right here. This is going to be something they can talk about 20 years from now, and that truly is the beautiful part of sports.
Stick around. The trophy presentation is coming up next. Congratulations, Upper St. Clair. You are the 2025 Steelers Girls Flag Football Champions, and we will give you your trophy and medals when we come back on KDKA+.
A little birdie told us that you're looking for more ways to save on all your favorite Giant Eagle items. In meat, dairy, and produce. So we're making it easy with new lower prices, weekly sales, deals for days, and My Perks. Surround yourself with savings every time you shop at your neighborhood Giant Eagle.
The build. What is it that drives us to follow our dreams, to build them from scratch, from the heart? For us, it's the same ideals of hard work, craftsmanship, and unity that define our great nation. It begins with trusting in yourself and having a team behind you that believes any dream is possible, and that every project is a vision of what can be, of who you are, and the future that you continue to build. From our family to yours, 84 Lumber, where quality and pride come together, one dream at a time.
My audience can put in an order and Spreadshop does the printing and sends it to anywhere in the world. It's like magic.
It costs nothing to set up, and there is no money out of my pocket. I set my own prices and make my profits after cost.
I built my own brand, then started making money the first time I shared with my audience. Now all my followers are wearing my logo.
Setting up your Spreadshop takes just a few seconds, and all our products are made in-house. You can trust your brand is in good hands. Start your own merch store today at Spreadshop.com.
Relive your favorite moments at the Pittsburgh Steelers Hall of Honor Museum.
Now this is the best era. I couldn't agree more. Those teams were unstoppable.
The teams were really good in the 90s. Come on, you couldn't catch those teams of the 2000s. Literally.
The 70s were the best.
No way, the 2000s.
Whoa, stop fighting. I think every era was pretty sweet.
You said it, kid. I hope you guys enjoy yourselves.
Wait, your T?
1, 2, 3, go!
We follow pizza drivers and make sure the customers get a Pepsi.
Is that legal?
It's a gray area.
That's the perfect combo.
We are back inside Highmark Stadium as Upper St. Clair defeated Moon 12-0 in the Steelers Girls Flag Football 2025 Championship. We'll turn it back over to public address announcer Brandon Rossi for the trophy presentation.
Ladies and gentlemen, we'll now proceed with the medal ceremony. First, please welcome former Pittsburgh Steelers player Charlie Batch and current Pittsburgh Steelers safety Minka Fitzpatrick, as they help present the medals and trophies to these two great teams and student athletes. First, let's have a nice round of applause for your runners-up, the Moon Tigers. The players include number 1, Shea Brown. Number 2, Sarah Tavares. Number 3, Maddie Wilson. Number 4, Alyssa Nade. Number 5, Lila Bede. Number 6, Sydney Ray. Number 7, Alyssa Dayani. Number 8, Isabelle Rodriguez. Number 10, Maddie Finnegan. Number 11, Maria Cortez. Number 12, Addison Kesich. Number 13, Gianna Reynolds. Number 14, Reese Kessler. Number 15, Juliana Corrado. Number 16, Lillian Barr. Number 17, Lillian Snyder. Number 19, Elena Miserak. Number 20, Jayla Brown. Number 21, Alicia Bronner. Number 22, Addie Shazer. Number 23, Avery Pacheco. Number 24, Layla Morrow. And number 25, Sarah Tatala. Ladies and gentlemen, the Moon Tigers. And now, for your 2025 Steelers Girls High School Flag Football Champions, the Upper St. Clair Panthers. The players for Upper St. Clair include number 1, Yelena Noble. Number 2, Kylie Barrett. Number 4, Chloe Bird. Number 5, Claire Birmingham. Number 6, Anushka Sharma. Number 7, Sasha Boyett. Number 8, Meredith Hujak. Number 9, Cameron Friday. Number 10, Lena Walter. Number 11, Coco Jones. Number 12, Roha Pandya. Number 13, Anna Engelman. Number 14, Madison Kennel. Number 15, Ahana Mendy. Number 17, Emily Powell. Number 22, Ellie Shanholzer. Number 24, Paula Ruiz Lopez. And number 25, Mia Hujak. Ladies and gentlemen, once again, your 2025 Steelers Girls High School Flag Football Champions, the Upper St. Clair Panthers.
All right, thanks so much to Brandon Rosside, public address announcer here tonight, and we welcome you back inside the broadcast booth here momentarily as the Upper St. Clair Panthers are your 2025 Steelers Girls Flag Football Champions. Congratulations. Back here in the broadcast booth. That's Arthur Moats, Matt Fargo here with you. And if this was your first opportunity of watching girls flag, you could see how an exciting game it is, but how important defense is in this game. I think sometimes flag gets looked at of the high scoring that it has the potential to have, but at the same time, those defense, and for in this case, Upper St. Clair's defense, they were up to the task tonight.
Absolutely. You saw with the player of the game, Emily Powell, all day made Shea Brown super uncomfortable and ultimately was the big deciding factor in terms of creating turnovers, but ultimately keeping that Moon offense never really getting in rhythm or in balance. And that's what you want to see if you're Upper St. Clair defensively. But excellent job, man. And I think if, like I said, it's your first time, you'll be coming back. You'll be excited. You want to see more of this.
I don't think there's any question. And, you know, for the Tigers to get back to the championship a third consecutive year, they lost some seniors last year from last year's title. Shea, obviously, one of the returners, but they had some plug-and-play pieces, and then they didn't lose a game all the way into the title game. It's a testament to what Moon was able to do to get to this point and how good Upper St. Clair needed to be the 4 seed and inevitably take care of the number 1 seed in the semifinals and the number 2 seed here in the championship. Very impressive and very well done by USC.
And not just the number 2 seed, the defending player of the year as well.
Yep.
I mean, so when you think about all of those things, Upper St. Clair really had to show up today, and they did it from start to finish.
It's a celebration of girls' flag, and as Renegade plays, it'd be remiss not to give a shout-out to Mike Marchinski and his entire youth football staff on making this possible all season long and for the last few years since 2022, making girls' flag football, having the Steelers backing, and it really can't be without being said on it is because of the Pittsburgh Steelers it's going to be a sanctioned sport.
Absolutely. Mike Marchinski does an awesome job with the Steelers youth element, and now just to see it expanding from the only guy side to now the girls flag football element, to me, I'm just super proud of him and glad to be a part of it in any capacity that we can be.
Maybe we'll see some of these girls in the Olympics in 2028. That's something to think about.
It has to be exciting, right? You see the talent out there, and I think that that's the part that makes us, as consumers of it, only going to want to see more and more of it.
All right, let's go down to Susie. She has the championship-winning coach.
Coach, you talked about it before this game. You were going against the best of the best. Well, you just beat the defending champions to this league here. At what point in the season did you realize, hey, maybe we could do this?
You know, I don't know what my expectations were. These kids are really competitive. They're great kids. I never doubted them. Getting a little bit better and better over the course of the season.
All right, we're having some technical difficulties down there with Susie, so we apologize for that. The wind there was picking up, and I think Steely might have been blocking some wavelengths down there. I don't know what was going on.
Steely is excited. He got a chance to see a championship today. You know he's feeling good down there, baby.
Well, Arthur, this was a lot of fun, and congratulations to USC. Girls flag here in the state of Pennsylvania. And it's only getting started as next year it becomes a sanctioned sport. But what a way and a fitting way to put a lid on the way the Steelers have been able to roll out the red carpet for so many young student athletes, young women that are coming up and learning the game and teaching the game of football.
No, without a doubt. And like you talked about, the camaraderie, you talk about the discipline, you talk about just everything that you gain from the sport. This is what we want to see right here, and it's only going to continue to grow. And we're, like I said, it's going to continue to support it, following the Pittsburgh Steelers lead and, more importantly, the NFL's lead with this as well.
For Arthur Moats and our entire JRM production crew, I'm Matt Fargo saying thanks so much for watching, and congratulations to the Upper St. Clair Panthers 2025 Steelers Girls Flag Football Champions. Thanks for watching here on KDKA Plus. Have a great night, Pittsburgh.